And for anybody creating software, creating a product, creating a company, what's the center or what's the North Star that you perceive as having gotten askew today, or the thing that people should hold firm to in order to avoid some of these failure modes? Is it what you just mentioned, having a clear sense of purpose? Is it sort of having a kind of servant orientation? How would you think? What's at the heart of it?
I think there need to be foundational values and an understanding of our place in all of this, and having a clear sense of the goal, which is to enable and inspire people. I mean, Patrick and I were talking just a while ago about being tool makers, and I'm very clear and very proud that that's my occupation and that's my practice. I love trying to move things forward, which means innovating. I have a real issue with, I think people confuse innovation with being different or breaking stuff. I have no interest in breaking stuff for the sake of breaking stuff. I don't think breaking stuff and moving on quickly leaves us surrounded by carnage. I'm interested if things get broken as a consequence of actually creating something better. But I think one of the things that I think is part of the human condition is that we assume that progress and innovation is sort of inevitable, and you know that it's not. You know that you have to have, this underlying conviction, which is fuel, and then we need an idea and a vision, and then the resolve to make that vision something that is real, that is not just for us, but that we can share broadly.
You once used a phrase with me, sincerely elevate the species.
Yeah, I think that, I remember many times, and fortunately I'm not talking in the past tense, but I do remember particular Sunday afternoons working. Actually, I remember working on some absurd details in terms of packaging, and in such a this compared to what you guys do, this will seem so trivial, but I had such a clear awareness that in designing a certain solution for example, how we managed a cable that's in a box, that designing that, I knew that millions of people would engage with this little tab, and I can either make the cable an easy thing to unwrap. Sorry, that is such a trivial example, isn't it?
But clearly you think that, you can describe the purpose of that in seconds saved, that shaves 5 seconds off the unwrapping of every cable and multiply it across hundreds of millions. But I get the sense from you that's not why you do it. It's not this trivial utilitarian multiplication and calculation. There's something spiritual in it for you. What's the spiritual thing?
I think the spiritual thing is that I believe that when somebody unwrapped that box and took out that cable, and they thought somebody gave a shit about me, I think that's a spiritual thing. And I think it's a way... And I know I'm in good company here. I know that when you know what used to depress me was this sense that solving a functional imperative, then we're done. But of course that's not enough. That's not the characteristic of an evolved society, of an evolved species. And so that Sunday afternoon, when I really should have been out with my boys, and I'm worrying about this, I did feel a connection and an excitement that somebody was going to experience something that they don't even know exists yet. And even though it was a small thing, really did come genuinely from a place of love and of care. And Steve spoke about this. I mean, he spoke about it way more eloquently than I can, but he talked about when you make something with love and with care, even though the people that you've made it for, you don't know their story. They don't know your story. You'll never even shake their hands. But when they use the product that you've made, it's a way, and the way Steve expressed it, I thought was so beautiful. He said, it's a way of expressing our gratitude to the species. And I thought that was such an incredibly thoughtful and beautiful and authentic declaration.